Night Shiab. Yes, funny deck. Yeah, I was talking to well, we were talking to Mons today, and the whole thing of you're there, you are, you're up to about 10 growth. Suddenly, sack one into decay. Suddenly, Necrogeddon! And so everything that you expected, gone. Gone. Sorry, Sisp. He said, "Aww." I said, "Sorry, mate. You'll still beat me." Right, what's he done? Languid me. Why did he languid the sister? Seems a little odd. Yeah, I know. I know. I'd like to say it's like an automatic approach, but really it's just incompetence. Right, okay, I need to get rid of something, so I'm hoping... Right, minimize my losses. Minimize my losses. Let's split these up. So, I mean, if you were to change Eclipse to 2, it is just for one turn. It's not a constant. Oh, there we go. No, it is for one turn. I mean, the idea being that at one resource point cost, at any point you can use a you can use a necro. Well, you can use a decay scroll at some point. Sorry, I'm just trying to think. I'm not very good at the whole thinking malarkey. Pom 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 pom. If I do that, he's gonna do that. So let's get that one. Let's put that there. That's gonna help. And bring you down to there. Protect you. Again, I hasten to add that I haven't got a clue what it is that I'm doing. But yeah, I think that the exciting thing is you look at the various scrolls throughout Decay and you go, well, what is it that I can play sort of mid-level? You're obviously going to have 3 chances to convert everything you've got into a Decay resource. Necrogeddon is the obvious one, but Right, okay. I probably should actually be thinking about what it is that I'm looking to do before I play anything. I think that at one it's an early or a mid or a late game scroll to play, but well, I think one of the interesting things was that Mons was saying that he liked the choices that were made for the competition for Decay, but the other ones he thought they were probably better. There were better choices, unfortunately. So, I mean, obviously it's Mojang; they can do what they want. I would imagine that you'll probably see other scrolls which will appear that are based off ones that have already been, that weren't necessarily winners. Well, no, the thing is, if it costs one... Right, okay. Now, I only got one from that, didn't I? What am I looking at? Right, rallying at this point is no use to me at all whatsoever. What I'm looking to do is make the most of that one. I'm going to lose something unless I knock that one out. I'm not going to get any of that. Even if that was a 3, 4, 5, 6 maybe. What happens if I do this? Health still goes up. What? Why? It's an exploratory game. Why? Are you talking about my comments or the or my actions? He's going to destroy me now, isn't he? I generally suffer from unfortunate sort of nihilism, which makes me immediately think I'm going to lose every single game here. I know, it is an awful experimentation that I perform on these things. I think you can probably guess now why it is that Blinky gets so annoyed with me. It is the unfortunate factor that it's the unfortunate fact that I am genuinely not very good at this game, and sometimes I can completely lose the whole idea of thinking. Well, because the thing is, if I quake, then he's going to lose 3 units, and then all of a sudden he's got another 8, so I'm going to lose an idol straight away. I mean, this way, I can rally, take out his harvester. Actually, no, I can't rally and take out his harvester at all. Okay, I still can't take out his harvester. Alright. Oh dear. Night Luft's I have to say, I mean, Blinky was saying before about how he was he'd written some stuff for us, and also he'd pointed us towards a couple of the articles that he'd written for us on Scrolls Guide. And one of them on there is actually, oh, he's languid at me, son of a bitch. One of those is actually placement of not of Rat King, obviously, but well, placement of units. And it was interesting because, you know, the first things you do is you don't play the hasted creature straight away. Oh, I'm fucked now. Excuse my French. Well, problem with a double quake plan. See, I'm always conscious of the fact that there's those 8s there, and I have no way of getting rid of them that I know of, or certainly not in my mind. So I could God Hand and get rid of that first one. Right, let's do that then. Let's go the stupid run. Let's just get rid of the harvesters because they worry me. They'll still have extra creatures on the harvesters if you didn't quake. But then surely you'd have 2 idols effectively. Well, there we go. I've just proven my point badly, given that he can probably take out 2 of my things already. But having said that, I mean, this is CISP, so he's a bloody good player, and so any mistakes that I do make, which are legion, he'd capitalise upon. Don't get me wrong, I'm not blaming Dex, I'm not blaming my opponent, I'm not blaming anything else other than my staunch incompetence. Right, now my thought is, as always... Oh, what did I hell did I put at the front? Right, okay. I was going to rage quit then. Because I'm basically playing so badly at the moment as to be idiotic, I think is the phrase. Target unit and other units on the same side that share a subtype gain Curse 2. Excellent. I can't tell you how pleased I am that that's the case. What am I going to gain out of this? Rat King. I'm pretty much not going to get anything out of this at all. If I Quake, he's going to lose 2 units. Can bring him down to a countdown of 1. He's still going to be able to take out one of the units there. I think that one of the issues that I have with the game, and I've said this to Carnalizer and Mons, is the fact that I'm learning the game. I'm more than happy to say that, and I'm not that good. You know, I've got no problems with that. The issue is simply the fact that it takes me so long to be told this. You know, it's like after 10 minutes, fine. You know, I've lost the game. Not really. And I stream. He said, "Well played." Not really, and I streamed this too. Oops. But yeah, I mean, the thing is that I'm more than happy to admit that I might need to learn, play the game again and again and again. You learn more of this as you're going through. But the unfortunate thing is, it's like the first game I played. I mean, I basically played so badly in so many areas of that, and in the end, I won. I don't necessarily think that I came away with a victory. I don't think I came away thinking to myself, yeah, you know, I worked really hard for that and I made that. It came down to, obviously, it was help from you guys and from Blinky. But at some point you go, right, no, I'm not going to win this, finish. I think the games have to be within a shorter period of time. They're still working on it. They're still trying to figure out what to do, whether it's, I don't think it's reducing idle damage or idle health. I don't know whether it's going to be hand size. I don't know what it necessarily is. But if you want scrolls to go to the iPad, then you've got to have shorter games. Got to have shorter games, certainly. I mean, tell me if you think I'm wrong, by all means. By all means. Right, so where am I on the top 100? What have I got? I don't appear to be on there for some reason. You see, what sort of sprung to mind was, I play golf badly, and if you've hit the ball like 100, 120 times, oh, sorry, where are you? Sorry, did I miss you? Sorry. What's your in-game name? 51st. Oh, of course, yes. Sorry. um, yeah, I mean, you've hit the ball so many times in golf that you go, okay, where can I improve? Well, you've just hit it so badly. You've done so many, you've done so many actions. Sorry, that you can't necessarily go, oh yeah, it was that bit there that I had problems with. So therefore I can change it. You have to have a general idea of, well, I'm not completely sure of this concept or that idea, so you come away with it. If the game's so long, it was 20 minutes, 25 minutes, half an hour, and I saw it must have been, I was on Scroll's post, I think probably about a month before it stopped. I looked to see what the average game length was, duration, and it was about 25 minutes. That's a long time for a game. It may not be for Magic the Gathering, but when you look at the other games that are out, I mean, Hearthstone is one of them. There's finite limits to the actual time, and 10 minutes, 8 minutes, you know where you've gone wrong, and the game ends. You say, "Wow, there's no way I can do any better than this," and you'll end the game. What is it? Who is it? My problem is I played Order from day one of Open, then stopped playing for some time, and they made Decay. Then I just came back and got Growth deck. But I keep playing my Growth deck like my Order deck. Well, yeah, I think it's like I was saying to Mons. I think like I was saying to Mons. The thing is, I think Decay has changed the game. It's a huge amount, simply because the fact is that it's introduced whole new concepts. Decay, the new scrolls that were in the competition, they excited people. So, for instance, the whole resource, change this resource to this one. That whole idea, that concept is different, certainly to how it was in alpha. Very different to how it was in alpha. But say playing growth deck like my order deck, yeah, it's very easy to do that. I asked whether, I think one of the issues is it's certainly it was discussed quite a lot on IRC. By the way, let me see if I can find the IRC link here. Unfortunately, it's now gone to paid. But if you have time and you can get on, then I really would advise you to get on there and Blinky's saying, sorry if I was rude, Gareth. That's what I do to well think. Yeah, I'm sorry, Blinky. You can lead a horse to water. What a horrible person. Nah, lovely bloke. This is the IRC channel. If you can get onto there, then you'll pretty much be involved in a lot of the chats with the developers. I really would advise it. What was I saying? Yes, I think one of the issues certainly with Scrolls is that it doesn't necessarily cater for new players, and because of that, the tutorial explains how to play within the paradigm that is Scrolls. Placement of units, how the resources increase and so on. But it doesn't tell you about card advantage. It doesn't tell you about tempo. It doesn't tell you about ramping. Doesn't tell you about mid game, late game, all those sort of things. And if that's something that needs to be added. Now the funny thing was that Mons was saying that he's played through Hearthstone and he found it painful. Now Hearthstone is essentially Magic the Gathering in a watered down version. So he already knew this and he was sort of stuck on a rail having to go through these. Sorry if I'm paraphrasing Mons. I don't like to speak for what he's saying in case I misquote him. But the thing is that what sort of came out of the conversation for me was that unfortunately we may be losing some players simply because the fact is that you go through the tutorial, you learn the game, how to play stuff and so on, as I said before, and then there's a brick wall. What next? How do you learn the next aspects of the game? And I think that things like, for instance, you look at decks, the precons. How far can you get with the precons? Probably not very far. There may be a good example of CCGs perhaps, or how to play scrolls, but I don't think you can get necessarily very far. You can get probably to about medium with the trials, certainly through a lot of the medium ones, but after then nothing. And certainly in ranked, how far can you get with them? Maybe the new decks that have been introduced, watered down versions of those would be more apt. That was just something I suggested today on IC. Jump into the conversation, see if you can do. What was the thing? I'm really interested in how they will do synergies in the next set, seeing as it is GO and D against O. How will they synergize O with the rest of the factions? G and D, as you say. As this is my first CCG, so when I got into the game, all these terms and ideas are still new to me. You can get to medium if you know how to play the game. Yeah, that's just it. I think that the trials are certainly examples of how to play the game itself. It sort of takes certain concepts of the game and try and do as much damage as you can to the idols and do as much as you can before a certain time. Certain units have powers which you try to either utilize or stop. Certainly, but perhaps the trials themselves, and I think maybe to a certain extent the campaign may mirror this or may create this, but as you say, card advantage. Card advantage is a massive thing. You maybe think, oh, that's all right. I've got loads of units on the board. He's got approximately. I've got slightly less resources than he has or she has, but he happens to have 5, 6 cards. It's all right. I don't mind using two scrolls to get rid of one of his units. I don't mind using one to get rid of 6. Is that a positive? Card advantage is very important, and it ties in with the tempo, ties in certainly ramping, and this is important. These concepts I think you need to be aware of. Yeah, I mean the AI. We assumed at the start the easy and medium, well certainly the hard, cheated. We assumed, they said no, it's not the case. But some of the good players are saying no. Some of the stuff that they're doing just can't seem to be right. It's worth playing against that. But I think, yeah, and this is just it. They also buff your own players. Like 500 ranked top 100. Where are you? Oh, there you are.